We are just arriving on the backstretch of the historic Ted Jones Racecourse here on Lake Washington in Seattle. With me is Dr. Ken Muscatel, UHRA Commissioner and, of course, owner and driver of the brand new tire factory, Hydro. And, Ken, we are on a body of water that has a lot of childhood memories for both of us here.
I can almost imagine myself in the Slow-Mo 5 in Lou Fagel's seat going down this straightaway in 1955, and the boat starts walking, and over she goes.
Right about here was the famous spot. Now, put on your driver's hat, if you will, one of the three you wear. We're going to increase the speed a little bit and have you take us through the starting procedure, which you start about here, and then on around the race course, okay?
Okay. Right about now, I'm hoping to be at about 16, 17, 18 seconds, depending on how fast we're going. Because when I pull around this yellow buoy and straighten out, I got a 12 to 13 second flat-out run to the start-finish line. But if I'm going slow, maybe I got to be here about 16 seconds. Now here we go. Right down that straightaway, that's where the race is won or lost about 60% of the time. Right about here, the boat's going to be accelerating past 160, 170, 180. By the time we get to that striped buoy, that's the start-finish line, we should be going near 200 miles an hour. It's difficult to see the clock and see that buoy right in front of us. And the closer we get, the further away that clock is going to be out of our line of sight. So guys are going to be relying on the radio operators from the shore and our own clocks in the dashboard to tell us when we have to hit that. That's why it's a hard place to start. Now we're coming into the first turn. You got 6 boats, want to hit that buoy and squeeze everybody else, because if you can control that corner, you can control the other boats, and you got a free pass to the back straightaway. Right here, there's a saddle. That saddle is where the wind picks up. We've got a lot of blowovers in this spot, because when you hit this corner, you have a sudden gust of wind, it can pick up the right spots and over the boat goes. Pico went over here, Budweiser went over here with Chip a couple of times. Pretty interesting spot to be. This corner can get pretty rough as well. In fact, the whole race course can get pretty rough. Now you've got to go through this corner. If you're not in lane 1 and you're a little behind, you won't be able to see around the corner. It's going to be all water. You're looking for as much clean water as you can get. But the fact is, if you get squirted on your windshield, you will not be able to see for 2 or 3 seconds at 170, 180 miles an hour. Pretty interesting experience. This log boom here, this log boom is unique to Seattle. It's great for the fans. It makes a fantastic show, but it's very, very difficult to race with, because you get parallel rollers coming across the backstretch. Unique to this race course, those rollers will cause the boat to rock like this, back and forth, back and forth. If you hit one wrong, you might pick up that right spot and over you go. Here we're coming into the north turn for the first lap, and you are really hauling it. I expect to be going 190, 200 miles an hour, maybe faster. When I come to this corner, you're going to crank it in full speed if you can. It's going to be really nasty, because this is where we were milling. So the water is crazy, and we've only about a minute to come around and clear it out. There's still going to be troughs here that we cut with our big skid fins. You got to go over this stuff. If you fall into a hole, the boat will grab and hook. You might spin it out. You might break something on the boat. You might break your teeth. You can get around this corner clean, and you can hit that yellow buoy under control. You can lay it down on that back straightaway, and the race is yours. No doubt about it.